Welcome to the 8th event on this year's PGA EuroPro Tour season. We're in Scotland on the banks of Loch Lomond at the Carrick Golf Club. This is the Motocaddy Masters. Yes, welcome along to the programme. This week the tour has stopped at the Carrick Golf Club at Cameron House. This stunning course straddles the fault lines between the Scottish Highlands and Lowlands, with 9 holes set in each. Half of the course sticks to the classic Scottish lowland along the banks of Loch Lomond, while the other 9 holes make you climb to tackle the Highland Heath. Well, we've got another packed programme for you, so let's take a look at what's coming up. Johnny Morgan and Mark Murphy buckle up and take to the skies over Loch Lomond for the best views of scenic Scotland. The Saltman brothers give it all they've got as they go head-to-head in the bagpipe challenge. We hit the Loch in style with 2 of the tour's hottest prospects, Luke Joy and James Robinson.
Hey!
Welcome to the Highlands.
And Johnny Morgan gives us the lowdown on the key holes at the Carrick.
I've hit it so bad, it's good.
Lots to look forward to then, but let's just remind you who's won what so far on this year's EuroPro Tour. That all means the order of merit is looking like this. 2-time winner Jack Senior leads the way with just over £25,000. William Harold, a 2014 Challenge Tour winner and a 2-time winner on the EuroPro this season, is in second. James Robinson in third, Stiggy Hodgson just behind, and Elliot Saltman sits in fifth. So before our players head out onto the course, our resident professional Johnny Morgan got out and about to show us what they can expect here at the Carrick.
Well, here at the Carrick, it doesn't get any better than this, guys. I mean, look at that view. It is stunning around here. The views are spectacular. But I tell you what, this golf course has a little hidden gem. Half of it is in the lowlands and half of it is in the highlands. It really is a spectacular place. But I tell you what, let's go and have a look around. There's 118 bunkers just like this one. Let's go and find some more. Here, 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 and here. Some of these bunkers even have steps. Unbelievable.
Welcome to the Highlands.
Well, in between 9th green and 10th tee box, the halfway house ain't really a halfway house, it's a halfway boat. Can you Adam and Eve it? Here we are. This is where you get your nice refreshment ready to rip up the back 9. There's loads of lovely lagoons around this track, just like this one. And here's another one. Another feature of this golf course is the spectacular views, just like this. Don't know why I'm whispering. And like this. And as well as the beautiful Loch, we've got the mighty Highlands and the humongous Ben Lomond. It's tough from start to finish. Half of the golf course is in the lowlands and half of the golf course is in the lowlands.
Back to the golf now, and let's check out who you'll be watching in our final round coverage. Group 28 is Englishman Max Williams playing alongside Spain's Sebastian Garcia Grout. Group 29, James Moore from England and Neil Fenwick from Scotland. The final group 30 is Ireland's Mark Murphy with England's Neil Chowdhury. Time to meet your commentary team now. Johnny Morgan will be taking his seat alongside Andrew Coulthart, but first let's hear from John Helm.
In truth, I think we're in heaven. I mean, just look at this. I mean, could you be anywhere more glorious on a beautiful day Lovely summer's day. Loch Lomond glittering. It's absolutely sparkling here, and we could not ask for a better final day for this day on the EuroPro Tour Golf. And it's Neil Chowdhury who's the man to catch, the man from Leicestershire. But when you look at that leaderboard, 5 shots separate the top 6, and beneath them the name of Bradley Dredge is lurking with intent. It promises to be an absolute cracker. So Bradley Dredge in the chasing pack, but here at the first he misses the par putt, so a bogey, exactly the worst start possible. Goes to 1 over par. The Welshman, who was playing in the Open Championship only 4 years ago and tied in 27th place. James Robinson, a horrendous start for him, and that was a triple bogey at the very first hole. That drops him back to the 4 over par mark. And we look now at the Spaniard, Sebastian García Grout. This for par, and another miss. He walked away from that the second he hit it. So a shocking start for all 3 of those players, and that bogey drops García Grout back to level. The players finding the conditions really tough for whatever reason. It is a very, very hard test of golf, is the Carrick. That was another bogey putt for Robinson, so dropped him back to 5 over par already. Ever the fighter though, Bradley Dredge at the second, aiming to get that drop shot back straight away. And look at this for perfection. Absolutely magnificent, close to a hole-in-one in fact. So Dredge, who'd begun the tournament with level par rounds of 71-71, gets his shot back as intended. Now Dransfield, another shot going adrift here, and that was a double bogey, and Dransfield 2 over par now. So shots getting away from everybody at the moment.
The minute I saw it, I'm like, this is a golf course.
You can really take anything out of it. If you play well, there's still a score to be had.
It's very difficult. As soon as you stray offline at all, it starts to get brutal.
Just got to plot your way around, be a bit patient, I think. It's tough, which I like, and but it's fear if you hit good shots. So.
You just got to go for it. If you're going to hit it and the stuff, you've got to be far up as you can.
You hit it on the fairway, on the short grass. If it's going to be 2 or 3 more clubs, so be it.
Get many balls, because you're going to lose a lot of them.
Well, joining me are John Morgan and Andrew Coltart. And John, you've certainly had a good look at this, and we've just extolled the virtues of the Carrick and how beautiful it is, and it's a lovely day. So what are the reasons for so many shots getting adrift?
Well, it's just so tough. I mean, there's no margin for error. You've got to be right on your game. You've got to hit the middle of these fairways. I mean, you're slightly off key. You can find one of these deep, heavy bunkers, and, you know, there's some seriously thick rough and lots of water. I mean, you got to be striking it absolutely perfect.
Over at the second, James Mott. Let's see how he feels. A bit of water about, obviously. Firmish greens. Can I get this one close?
I mean, look at that. What a cracker, eh?
That's a corker, well done.
As we've seen, old Mark Murphy just ripped it down the middle of the fairway. Now can the leader do the same?
Neil Chowdhury's never been a winner, so you're not getting that first one under the belt, isn't it? That's such a hard thing to do.
It's never easy, John. Absolutely, it's a learning process. You can only learn if you put yourselves in the position. So, you know, he's given himself a great opportunity. We'll see how he fares today. This is Neil Fenwick over at the second.
Yeah, I came and followed this guy on his second round. I tell you what a striker. This guy doesn't fear the low round. And look at that one. Couldn't leave himself an easier putt straight up the hill. Great chance of a birdie. Now look at these wacky pants.
Yeah, you wouldn't really know that Mark Murphy's from Ireland, would you?
No, really?
Looks like he's enjoying this second shot.
I tell you what, he's keeping it plain and simple, because he's had some seriously back problems. He's been in the clubhouse early, you know, early during the week, you know, with big thermal pads wrapped around his waist, trying to get some heat into his back. So he's, you know, beware the injured golfer, as they say.
Second shot for Chowdhury. And we've seen others having a poor start to the day, but on there. Possible birdie.
Yeah, I mean, some seriously undulating green that first hole. It really is.
Straight up the hill for Fenwick, as John said. Oh, a little bit right. Never really got that started on the line. Well, that's a good part.
Yeah, he was looking at his little putt there. I don't know if he had a little something on the face. It made it go straight right. Look at it. He's wondering what on earth went on there.
Lovely second shot to here. Straight at the flag. How's the pace? Ooh. Well, it's par 4 at the first. When you're leading the event, that's never a bad thing.
Good for the nerves, isn't it, Andrew? Well, always birdie's always better, though, I suppose.
Mo after a great second tee shot at the second.
Yeah, this boy's solid. That is a great 2. Could sell that baby for a couple of bob.
Oh, chipped it to here from just through the back of the green. That's a fantastic putt to hole. Great length of putt to hole on the first green.
Things can change so rapidly, can't they? And this is the leaderboard in the very early stages of this final day of the Motocaddy Masters, with Chowdhury still having that one-shot advantage over Murphy. Moore and Fenwick 3 behind, and Max Williams, the Englishman, in 5th place, still in with a big shout here. We're so lucky to go to some wonderful venues on the tour, and this is one of the most spectacular. It's also building up to be a terrific climax to the golf as well. Where else would you want to be other than Loch Lomond today? Join us after the break. Welcome back. The EuroPro Tour has brought us to the Motocaddy Masters at the wonderful Loch Lomond today. Let's hope the golf is going to be just as sparkling as the water.
Over at the second, Mark Murphy. We know where the pin is. Just on the front third of the green. He's throwing it way up in the air. Has he got this one to land softly? Yes, he has. Very good, Matt. Very good.
Well, it looks like there's a bit of a debate going on here. Williams and Grout. I think it might be somewhere to like where the ball has crossed the line over the water hazard.
Back to the second. Chowdhury. There's another lovely shot in there. Well done.
Well, Moore to save his par. Can he do it? Tough hole, this third. As you can see, got Sebastian Garcia there and Williams obviously letting this group play through, having some problems on the third of themselves.
After a nice par at the first, can Chowdhury open up his account with a birdie at the second? It's from about 12 feet. He can. Fantastic start, the young man. Well done.
And before he set off on his round, he popped down to the lake to have a chat with Cara.
Well, starting the final round as leader will be Neil Chowdhury. Neil, thanks for joining us. 268, 1 stroke ahead going into today. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a good couple of days, but it's a tough course, so you can't be complacent out there at all. So I know I've got a difficult day ahead, but yeah, I feel good after the first 2 days.
What's the trick to this course? Because it varies quite a lot between the 2 nines, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very tough course as soon as you start going offline, so accuracy is the key, and also holding out is very important just to keep the momentum going.
But just a word for the EuroPro. You've played on this tour a bit before, haven't you? What's been your history with this tour?
Played 2 years ago, not very successfully, and back on the tour again this year, and I've been playing quite well the last few weeks. Narrowly missed out at Open qualifying last week after double bogeying the last, so it's pretty heartbreaking. So trying to make amends this week.
And if you do come out on top, what would it mean to secure your first win on the EuroPro?
It would be huge to have my first professional win. So yeah, it's very easy to get ahead of yourself, but I've just got to take it one shot at a time and then see what happens after that.
OK, well, good luck. Hopefully we'll be talking at the end of the day.
Yeah, that would be excellent. Thank you.
Thanks, Neil.
Cheers.
Be a huge check as well, £10,000 if he does win.
Well, I tell you what,
he needs to follow suit. Mark needs this one to go in, take the break. Ah, didn't quite take it. That's a 2-shot lead for Neil.
Well, he looks forlorn, and well, he might.
Well, water comes into play quite a lot around this Carrick golf course. Here we can see the third, 428 yards. It's proving difficult, and this is the reason why water lapping at the shores on the right-hand side. 2 very deep bunkers up there on the left, and a crescent moon-shaped hole into a bit of a contour green surrounded by bunkers on the left and water on the right. That's why it's a hard one.
And we're joining our leader here, off to a perfect start today, which is what you need when you're right at the top of that leaderboard. A man who's won in Peru and who's won in the Czech Republic as well as an amateur. But this is very different when it's for money. And oh, hold on, into the drink. But look at this, a most picturesque view of a magnificent golfing hole, the 4th here at the Carrick. Absolutely sublime.
Magnificent 4th, water from start to finish, up the left-hand side, massive trouble in play. Don't get the big dog out. That is the trick on this hole. Hit that hybrid or a long iron. Position A is vital. Your approach shot is amazing to a fantastic green, well contoured, loads of trouble around it, trouble at the back, trouble to the left, everywhere. You're only coming in with about a 9 iron or a soft 8, so don't be greedy. Don't get the big dog out. Play safe is vital.
Well, there you go. That 4th hole is a beaut. But here comes Watts at the 4th. Second shot, looks like in the region of an 8 iron. Lovely simple golf swing. Oh, he's hanging on to it. Could be down the left-hand side. I was wrong. It's down the right-hand side. Running off the green, leaving himself a tricky putt coming back.
Williams chipping up, playing his 4th shot. You can see Chowdhury in the background, trying to figure out where his ball crossed. How's Williams judged this? That's pretty good. A little bit shy, got a bit of work to do yet.
Yeah, be happy with that. Now Watts, can he drain a nice putt? Needs it just off the green. Little slight rise to begin with. It's a good roll. What a cracker. Just what the doctor ordered. This man is solid as a rock. Now Williams aiming right here. And a bend, not enough. Yeah, I thought he was aiming a little bit too far right. Doesn't break that much from there.
We think it's last crossed around here.
And Chowdhury asking Mark Murphy if he agrees at the point that the ball has crossed the hazard, which he seems to be happy with. Yes, you can move that. Get that out the way. He's stuck a tee in the ground at the point where the ball's crossed. He'll take his drop.
Chance for Richard Wallace to make an impact on that leaderboard. A birdie putt to get back to just 2 over par. Used to play down in Kent at the Warmer Kingsdown course, and he knows the way to the hole as well. Well played, nice one.
Well, that was a cracking putt. I mean, this guy's not shy of making a load of birdies. Stroke why he's got the lowest round in history. He knows how to rack up a few.
A tricky little shot from Chowdhury out the rough. This is his 3rd pin on the front right. He's trying to cut this one in. He can do that because the ball's below his feet, make it easier, but it's gone left. Well, that's not bad. We're a long way from the hole in 3.
Yeah, he didn't want to dice with that right-hand side. That pin well tucked, right by the water's edge. Like Andrew said, it was shaped up perfectly, ball below his stance. But now we got more. Here we go, Mr. Solid. Hit it down the fairway as normal, as he does. Really aggressive, whips through that golf swing there. Gets a good strike, bit of zip. Yeah, lovely.
Par putt for Dredge. Up ahead at the 6th. Bit of trouble with his tee shot. Oh, so near. It's another drop shot there at 6 for Bradley Reg.
I tell you what, this would be a get out of jail free card if this baby goes in. Absolute brutal putt, left himself in the region of 30-40 foot. Coming down this slope, big swing left to right, and I tell you what a cracking putt. We just seen Williams from there, so hopefully he doesn't misread it like Mr. Williams did.
Fenwick's second shot here. I have a thought here, John, that I was lucky enough to play this course about 7 years ago, but it's staggeringly beautiful now, and it's improved so much in that time, just over 7 years. What's it going to be like in another 7?
Well, yeah, exactly that. I mean, another 7 years, it's going to be an absolute corker. I mean, as we can see, Fenwick ripping it into the green again. Quick stop, 20-footer, 30-footer left for his birdie.
Summer line from Mark Murphy to Chowdhury. It's a huge big turn right at the end of this putt. This could be good with the pace. Oh, bang on line.
That's great imagination, isn't it, Andrew? That's what you need.
James Robinson, get another one back. Yes, he can. It's more like it. Shocking start, but starting to get things together now.
Yeah, that's the biggest grin you'll see around Loch Lomond this week, I think. Actually, it's not, because our man, John Morgan, had a big grin when he went down to the Loch with Luke Joy and with James Robinson.
No better place to be, but on an unbelievable boat in Loch Lomond. I'm joined by 2 rising stars, James Robinson and Luke Joy. And I tell you what, these boys can seriously play. Obviously, being a winner at Phil James, what's the goals in the future for you?
The dream is to win a major, obviously, yeah, and be top 50 in the world.
Yeah, that's the trick, man.
Yeah.
My ideal goal would be to be back in the States, where I went to university. I liked it over in the States. To sort of push for the web.com and then move on to the PGA Tour. And I think there's a lot of good opportunities over there as well as here. So hopefully one day be sat here having a nice chat with you on my boat.
Mate, how good would that be? Would you do the same?
I'll be overtaking him.
You would be, yeah.
I'd get a faster one.
Yeah, man, competition started already.
Have a little race.
Yeah. This tour is going to help you, grab your confidence to promote you to get to that level.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Tour's been great for me. I've learned a hell of a lot since I've been a pro and playing EuroPro and Challenge Tour, and it's just gaining more and more experience each year.
I think it gets you ready for the next step up in the sort of strength of courses, how long they are, and how they're set up.
How would you compare your games though?
I'm a combination of longish but straight off the tee, which is obviously a good thing to have. Rate myself as quite a good iron player and good short game and a streaky putter.
What about you though, Luke?
I'd say I'm quite similar to James in the fact of fairly longish. I'm not crazy long, but can still get it out there if I need to. But I think probably my biggest strength is when it's not on, I can still scramble it around and still get it done. Golf's easy when you're playing well. You can see the shot, you can hit the shot, you can hold the putt. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I think some of my most memorable rounds have been posting level par or 1 over.
Oh, really?
And
yeah, that's true.
When you're just not
hitting it sideways.
Yeah, when you're hitting it sideways and the golf club feels like a baseball bat.
Well, boys, all the best for tomorrow. The dynamic duo, go out there, rip it up. Just enjoy the scenery for now. Sit back, relax, and like I say, man, go low.
Thanks very much, guys.
Well done, James.
Appreciate that.
Keep it going, my son. Keep
Cheers.
it up, Luke. Go on, bud. Bring on Southwest.
Got to be done.
Yeah, lovely, John. And over at the 4th, Neil Fenwick, big putt. Yeah, just coming up a little bit shy. I think coming at the rough, he expected it to bounce up the green. It's not a bad pace from there.
After that wayward tee shot, he'll settle for a bogey, I think. It's not quite there yet. Yep, does it well, but drops back to 6 under par.
Yeah, that was a good 2-putt from where he was on that green. No more could do with this. Just show the group behind him that he's meaning business. Oh, look at that. Beauty. Plods along, and I tell you what, he's an assassin, this man. He really does. He can come up and pounce on you. Yeah, very good player.
Bit of work left for Neil Fenwick. Calmly done, very nice.
Can't get my eyes off these trousers. It's amazing, isn't it? I should really be watching the putt, and it's an important putt as well here for Mark Murphy from County Longford. No problem. Yeah, a smile to match the trews.
Yeah, this man doesn't stop smiling.
Well, he should be smiling. He's up there in second place on that leaderboard, just a shot adrift of Neil Chowdhury, our leader from Leicester, with James Moore and Neil Fenwick both on 3 under par. Any one of those top 6 could still take the Motocaddy Masters title here.
Welcome back. Loch Lomond and the Scottish High and Lowlands provide the backdrop for this, the 8th stop on the 2014 PGA EuroPro Tour. We're at the Carrick Golf Club at Cameron House and the final round is underway. So let's rejoin your commentators.
Well, on the 4th with the leaders, they're approaching this glorious hole. Great setting, weather, spectacular.
You said, John, Portenson getting it in play off the tee. Trouble lurking left, obviously, but to avoid that, you can put it in trouble on the right. Murphy's at the perfect tee shot.
Yeah, position A. His legs are, you know, blended in with the background of the grassy fairways. And that is an absolute shocker. Total miss club. It's gone miles.
It kicked off the side of the green on the right. It just pitched on the back right of the green and kicked right.
Yeah, I think he's in a spot of bother there. I don't think he realises where it's gone.
Let's see if that's affected Chowdhury in any way. Obviously can't go long on this green. And that's a pretty sensible shot. Well done.
Yes, mate.
Yeah, he's definitely gone to school on Mark's mistake.
These bunkers look tough to me, but then they've always looked tough to me. What about them, John?
Well, they are tough. They are extremely tough. I mean, there's big, you know, there are steep lips to them. There's a lot of sand in there. They're having to really dig the ball out. I mean, it's very tough for these boys to play these shots around these greens and out of them in the fairway as well.
Ball there's in one of the bunkers, just dropped a little bit shy. You see his slow motion swing. Nice position at the top. Keeps his angles well. Beautiful release of the club. That looked a wonderful strike.
You say that was Hogan-esque?
Yeah, it was very nice, just a little bit uphill. That's why it came down short.
You guys are too young to remember Hogan. Goodness me.
Well, mate, you know, inspiration got to come from somewhere. No better than that man, I tell you.
I love his reaction. Just we'll take that. And here is the 8th, and it's absolutely superb. I mean, you couldn't be anywhere else but Scotland, could you?
Well, here at the 8th, monster par 5, over 600 yards long. Great drive required, great second just to get to this spot right here, leaving you 40, 50 yards still left to go. And like I say, man, today, pin back left. Obviously, come final day, the pin's probably going to be back right over this bunker, so the boys are going to find it really tough. Now, comes to this one, 40, 50 yards. Don't be too greedy. Just get on the green to a good, sensible distance. If you get a birdie on this hole, my goodness, you're definitely one up on the rest of the field. Now, the boys from start to finish got to play this hole superbly. Now, anyway, let's just put this one, a quick little jab up there. Hopefully, it releases up to the top level and give myself a chance. Straight into the bank, kill it. Little spin, let's run to the back of the green. Not happy with that. The boys would definitely do better, but I tell you what, par on here, happy days.
A quick little jab indeed. Jabber John Morgan. I would never have called him that, would you, Andy?
Definitely not, John. Here's Dredge, second shot at 8. Desperate to get his round going, needs something happening. Well, this is pretty smart.
Well, that is 2 career hits to get it to there.
Very clever.
That must be a very short hitter. Well, Watsy, bunker play. As you can see all that sound puffing out. Lots of release. Going to the back of the green, leaving him a little smelly one now. Not little at all. A monster. Here we go. This is Dranesfield. Shows you what these guys got to cope with. Big steep bank coming in. And look at this. Look at all that sand straight in there. Coming straight back down to his feet. Oh, makes you feel terrible, doesn't it?
Very tricky. Oh, fortunately just came out. It's plugged. Very tricky. So much sand. There's not enough bounce on the wedges. The club just digs in there, and they don't get the acceleration through the ball to get it out. And this is his 5th shot. At the 4th, courtesy of his 2nd one, going out of bounds over the back of the green. He'll hopefully tap that in for a 6.
Well, come on, this could be unbelievable. Nice little juicy eagle would do the trick for Dredge, and he's played it lovely. Oh, look at that! Get in there, Dredgy.
There were 16 eagles on the first 2 days here, but haven't really so many today.
No, I mean these pins are they're tricky. These greens are tricky.
Chowdhury just dealing with the tricky 4th hole. That's a brilliant putt from there. Well done.
Well done.
Some of these markers these days, that's like a bottle top.
Yeah, he could probably do with a beer after his 2nd shot. But that's a nice par by Neil. Well, Murphy, yes, par with the 2nd ball. He's got to be gutted with that, though. I mean, great position off the tee, gone to waste, unfortunately, for the Irishman.
Well, a long putt from the back of the green, up at the 6th. Took his medicine, obviously, made sure he got it out. Ball might have been semi-plugged. That's a good pace down that green, but it'll be a drop shot, the young man.
Yeah, he's playing with Dranesfield, who obviously we've seen in the bunker, leaving it in there. Not easy for these boys. Now McBain, first time we get to see him. Nice little left to righter. Has he got it? Yes, great putt. Gets him the 2.
Plays out of the Paul Laurie Golf Centre.
Well, that is a great stable, actually. Does great things there, does Paul.
The other side of the course, the 11th. For Wallace, up the hill. Oh yes, that's a cracker. Great putt. Goes to level. He also managed a birdie at the 9th, so there's 2 birdies in 3 holes. It's on a little bit of a roll. It puts a little jump in your step.
Now we're going to have a chance to look for the first time today at Elliot Saltman, who's doing well on the order of merit. Not so well today, unfortunately. But the Saltman brothers, all 3 of them, know this part of the world pretty well. And they're met up with John at Cameron House.
We're here at the amazing Cameron House, right here on Loch Lomond, and I'm joined by legendary Saltman brothers, Elliot, Lloyd, and the mighty Zach. Now, I've got a treat for you boys. Let's get inside. I'm going to show you what it's all about. Legend.
Beautiful.
Well done, mate. Well played. So what are you going to teach these lads?
Hopefully to try and play the bagpipes in some shape or form. Come on.
Feels like you're sucking on a wasp. Don't quit your day job, that's all I can say.
You know what, I'm going to retire then and take a 0.
Yeah.
Keep going. Squeeze it back. How do you make that tune? Once you get the bag full. That's like an awesome.
Really? Oh my goodness. Elliot, go for it.
I think we'll up that one today, so we're clear winner there.
Gold medal goes to Elliot.
And they love the haggis as well, the lovely Scottish reel there. Who's going to be reeling at the end of this day? Well, Chowdhury's extended his lead at the top now. He's 3 ahead of Mark Murphy from Ireland, 4 ahead of James Watts, James Moore and Neil Fennick, with Bradley Dredge hanging on in there, but 5 adrift.
Well, Moore at the par 3, 6th. It's a great hole. It really is. Got a bird's eye view of this from a high point looking down on the green. Bunker surrounding it. Pin tucked on that front right. And I tell you what, that's not where you want to miss it. It's a little tricky one. It's quite fast down there. He will fancy his chances, but you've got to be pretty cute. Now, look at this. James Moore keeps it plain and simple. Very short swing, but it doesn't really get him in much trouble. Just whips it back on the inside, compresses the ball lovely. As you can see, probably compressed it a bit too much, and that's why it's just gone slightly to the right. But a very consistent player.
At the 8th, Watts' second shot. Beg your pardon, that's his 3rd shot. He's had his tee shot either into a bunker or in the trees. He's got a chance of a chip and a putt to scramble his par there.
A few shots going awry at the moment, and Fennick has just bogeyed the 5th as well, so he wants to get that one back as quickly as possible. Here he is on the 6th tee, up into the azure blue sky.
Beautiful, isn't it? Bit of zip needed. Didn't get it, but that shouldn't be a problem.
The ball seems to be lying nicely for Watts. This is his 4th shot. It's a par 5. He could do with this one being close. Pretty good effort.
Well, it's thirsty work, isn't it? And, well, what a lovely stopping off point. The halfway house here at the Carrick. Very distinctive indeed. John's just dropped in for a lemonade, I think.
Well, here at the 10th, I mean, look up this fairway. Absolutely stunning, strike to perfection. I mean, the bunkers are sublimely placed as well for the tee shot. I mean, you've got to be so accurate. Massive thick bund on the left. I mean, that green, lovely, beautiful green in the far distance looking at you. So inviting, but so, so tough. It really is glorious. You've got the best view in the world on the right and all wrapped round this green and to the left. It's just, it doesn't get any better than this, guys. What can I say? I mean, this is poetry, absolute poetry.
And here is Bradley Dredge on the tee. Got a guard against this one, leaking off to the right. A huge big slope there. It's certainly not gone right. A bit of trouble over there. There's more than a bit of trouble. Ooh, he's lucky he's got over that gorse.
Yeah, that was absolutely dead if it went in there. Rack up a massive number. Now Fennick could do with this. Go on. Hopefully he'll tap that one in for a nice par.
Momentum, always a bit of a key at any point in the round. It's an 8-foot putt for par for Watts. Knew it just wasn't going to swing from there. It's a clumsy little bogey there at the 8th, unfortunately.
Yeah, you can see those little legs just bend like, oh, please go in. But no, not to be. Now Dredge coming out of the thick rough. Has he got the power to get it out? He must have had a good lie. Controlling this ball though out of thick rough like that is hard to do, and he has done it to perfection. What a great shot.
Strange little statistic for you. Bradley won twice on the European Tour, and each time he won by 8 strokes.
That's unbelievable. Shows you when he's on form, he's unstoppable.
There's Moore's par putt from the back of the green there. After a poor little chip. That's a bogey. He goes to -1. Fennick did tap his in for a par.
Dredge, I mean, cool. This would be a glorious birdie, especially after a poor drive. Could it be? Could it be? Yes, what a birdie.
What a birdie, absolutely. Maybe it is his lucky day. I reckon it is, because he got to meet Cara as well.
Bradley Dredge, you've won twice on the European Tour. Coming into these EuroPro Tour events, do you feel like you bring a lot of experience with you?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, been around a while now, so you know, hoping to put some of that experience to good use and shoot some numbers and, you know, go away with a trophy. That's the idea.
So 2 rounds of level par, 6 back going into the final round today. What's the game plan?
Play as aggressive as possible, really. I know that I've got to score 6 to 8 under today, so I've got to go out there and get some birdies early on. So just try and play aggressively and see how it goes.
And how can you be aggressive on this golf course?
Play aggressively off the tee. You just got to stand up, hit good shots and take your chances as they come.
And just a word for what you think about the EuroPro Tour. It's great to see you playing on this tour, and what brings you here?
Yeah, I mean, I do actually think the standard is very good now. Any tour that you play on, so whether it be the main tour, Challenge Tour, EuroPro Tour, anything, the standard's always good. We'll play on some great golf courses like we are this week. I mean, this is probably one of the best golf courses that I've played on ever. I think it's really up there. So, you know, it's really good preparation for me in terms of playing European Tour, and you know, I just enjoy the competition and enjoy being here.
And they'll be fishing for a few more birdies in these closing holes here at Loch Lomond.
Welcome back to the Carrick Golf Club and this spectacular setting of Loch Lomond. Now, the front 9 of this course are played in the Scottish Lowlands with the back 9 in the Highlands, making it a real challenge for our golfers. Well, here's how the leaderboard currently stands.
Obviously still a lot of very good golf to be played here. We do not know who is going to win the tournament, but Neil Chowdhury's looking good. He's been out on top since the start of the day. He's extended that lead to 4 now over Mark Murphy, with Bradley Dredge having crept a little closer. He's 5 behind Chowdhury.
Now Sebastian Garcia here needs to get this one close, but this ain't easy. Pin's tucked at that front. I thought it might have been back right come final day, but I was wrong. I tell you what, he's judged that to perfection. Must have been right on his yardage. He obviously had a good lie in that rough.
This is a view of the 11th hole graphic. Obviously tricky tee shot, trying to avoid these bunkers. It's downhill though, it's at 581. The players can get close to this green and indeed on this green and two. Just got to watch out for a wall and some trouble down the right hand side. You see the out of bounds post, and just about this point here the ground gathers and throws the ball forward down into a very accepting green there. One of the easiest holes on the golf course today.
Well, here we go. Dredgy out with a hybrid. Can he thread it through onto the green? Let nature take its course. Wander on down here, like Andrew said. Big kick, pounding it forward, grabbing the green. Oh, look at that. Beautifully done.
That's a picture postcard, isn't it? Does experience count at a stage like this? I mean, Bradley's been there, done it.
Oh, without question, wouldn't you say, Andrew?
Yeah, absolutely. There's no doubt about that. He knows that he can handle the pressure. He knows that other guys might struggle to find the confidence to deal with it. As Garcia's birdie putt at the 8th goes in there.
Well, Fenwick could do it a nice little turnaround here. Momentum. Get this one close. Get on a run. Put some pressure on the leader. And that is a cracking shot. Top marks to the caddy. He's been around for a while, that man.
He's had 1 eagle already today. He's going to get greedy, you see, if he gets another one.
I tell you never know what's going to happen, but it's a big rise in the putt. Stroke wise, come up a bit shy of the hole.
Glorious second from Fenwick to this point. 7-footer. Very nice, very nice. Well done.
And birdie's not as easy to come by today. On the first 2 days, there were 683 birdies around this golf course. Nothing like that today.
Oh, no, definitely not. I mean, you look at the course, it's set up so difficult. But here we go, Murphy. Needs a good shot, needs to turn things around. Because Neil is really running away from it, and that is an absolute corker. Look at that. He's definitely happy with that
We'll
one.
make it in, though.
You'd love to see him partnered with John Daly, wouldn't you? The Battle of the Trews.
The Battle of the Truesers. Yeah, I
Need
would
your
agree.
sunglasses.
Oh yeah, you would need your sunglasses. You're not wrong there. But what a birdie from Dredge. Birdie, birdie. Just what the doctor ordered.
Third shot for Chowdhury. A nice little crisp action there. Expect a little bit of check on this. That's pretty good. Very good, in fact. Well done.
Only just got his card at the qualifying school this year, and here he is on his way to maybe his first win. Maybe, I say. Still a lot of golf to be played.
Here comes Fenwick again. Off this tee, like Andrew said, just put the ball in play. All about the second shot. There is trouble lurking left and right, but don't be too greedy, because these bunkers are dangerous. Well, what do you think of this swing, Andrew? It really is a beauty.
Yeah, big, powerful lad. I've played with Neil several times. Fantastic striker of the ball. And he does propel it out there some great distances. Wonderful club head speed. Great action. And a very, very strong golfer.
Now, McBain, can he get another birdie? Slowly climbing this leaderboard. He's looking at it. He's sent it on his way, and it's a rammer. That would have gone about 4 or 5 foot past, but he's grabbed the hole. Happy days. And he knows it, doesn't he?
Yeah, slippery little one down the hill, Chowdhury. Oh, staying left. Oh, didn't break.
I'm pretty impressed with his demeanour, though, Andrew. He seems to be taking everything in his stride.
Yeah, that's a good point. I am too. I think, you know, body language is good. You know, playing sensibly, not putting himself under any pressure.
Yeah, well, this is another man looking like he's on a crest of a wave, trying to get himself back into that pack and put Neil under some pressure. Look at this one feed down. If that can get some momentum, get up that bank. Come on, keep rising. Oh, what a golf shot by Fenwick. That is an absolute perler.
Glorious third shot from Mark Murphy here. Chowdhury has tapped his in. And Murphy goes to 4 under.
And right in contention. Now we've just we've had one eagle. We've just had a near miss for a second, but no doubt about this one, and that deserved it, because that approach has got to be the best we've seen all day.
Oh, without question. Without question.
Chowdhury's lead is 3. He's gone through 8. He's 1 under for his round today. But Mark Murphy is in there challenging without doubt. And Bradley Dredge and Neil Fenwick cannot be discounted. Just 5 players out there are under par for the tournament. It's cracking weather. It's cracking golf. It's absolutely wonderful here to be at the Motocaddy Masters. Don't miss the finale.
Welcome back to the EuroPro Tour at the Carrick Golf Club and to the unique halfway house they have here, a sunken riverboat they call the Highland Laddie. Perhaps our leading groups will be stopping for mid-course refreshment before they head to the back 9.
And why not, and what a back 9 it is. But Neil Chowdhury, Mark Murphy are halfway through the final round of the Motocaddy Masters here. And Chowdhury still has that 3-shot lead over the Irishman, with Bradley Dredge and Neil Fenwick also very much in contention. We've extolled the virtues of this course throughout the course of the day. Why wouldn't you? Just look at this, the 10th.
I mean, it's stunning, John, it really is. I mean, 10th place so difficult, but look at the views. I mean, it gives you goosebumps, it really does. I wish that was only down the road from where I live.
And on the 10th, it's back up the hill, wind out the left here. Chowdhury has got to gauge against this one going to the right. There's a big slope down there and it kicks it way off to the right. Steady. I think he's got away with that one. Not the tallest of chaps, low centre of gravity. It takes the club away and round and across his chest there at the top. Little bit laid off at the top. That's not too bad. Nice right arm position. Just gets a tiny little bit stuck there perhaps. Ball seemed to start off right trajectory, but there was a strong wind off the left and he just lost it onto the right.
Well, here we go. Spanish hands. Has he got it? Ripping that under the wind. Look at this. Trying to thread it up on the green. Has he got it? Oh, that's bounding. This could be close if it's got the minerals. Come on, keep going. Oh, I'd be happy with that. Straight up the hill. A little bit of right to left in that putt.
A long par 3 12th. Tricky par 3. Trouble all the way up the left-hand side. Back up the hill a little bit. And into the breeze today. Well, it's a sensible shot. 2 good putts from there. You should get away with a par.
Well, look at this though. In the jungle. Could lose yourself in there. And look at this. Man with a bad back trying to hit a shot like that. And I tell you what, he's done extremely well. Leaves him a long putt, but anywhere on the dance floor out of that stuff and you're very happy.
When you're top of the leaderboard, every shot becomes imperative. It's a psychological battle as well. Just play your own game. Can't afford to worry about what anybody else is doing. Well, he'd be delighted with this. A bit of backspin would help as well, but that's excellent. He's got some tough holes to come. Not tougher than the 14th, John.
14th hole, par 3, 199 yards. Plays nothing like it because it is the biggest drop hole known to man. It's probably in a region, probably only playing 140, 150 yards. And I got a juicy little 8. Now you got a few lovely little bunkers. I mean, obviously spectacular view. So just nice and easy. Hit half a club. I got a little 8 iron. Pins at the front today. Nice and easy. I tell you what, he's straight at it. Straight at it. Pitched at the front of the green, little hop forward. About 10 foot. Nice shot.
That's what he tells us, Andrew. Where's the proof?
I'm not sure, John. I looked at that swing, looked a bit dodgy to me. Definitely sort of short right, I think.
Oh, come on. Pull the other one, lads. What are you doing to me? Flush that.
We believe you. Bradley Dredge, let's see what he can do. Can he outdo John Morgan here?
Nah, I was just inside him, I think. Well, as we can see, look at this. Classic swing. Great under pressure, this man. I mean, look at that. Perfect at the top. In my eyes, anyway. Comes down very simple. Holds his height well. Pounds it straight at the stick. Drifting on the wind. And settles about 15 foot from the stick. Lovely jubbly.
Back at the 11th. Super shot to get here from Garcia Grout. Up the hill though. He's giving it a good wrap. Man, that was a nice try. Just didn't break off the left like he thought. He'll tap that one in for his birdie and goes to 2 under.
Beautifully done. Simplest of birdies. Now Fenwick. Now this would be a monster. This is a serious big putt. Up and down, loads of undulating green. Look at this, baby. It's got to slow down. Ooh, bit of work to be done.
I'll tell you, if you wanted to watch a player out here today, this is the fellow, isn't he? He's exciting, he's adventurous, he's buccaneering, I reckon.
Well, he's up for it, John, that's for sure. He's no holds barred, and he knows he's got to chase it. I mean, that's a great 2 putt from where he was. As you can see, he's stuffing with the back. A little bit of a twinge there.
And Chowdhury putted down the hill, left himself this one. You don't want to be leaving yourself too many of those. Grabs the left edge.
I tell you what, looks a confident boy. They're getting on so well, them two as well. They're really pushing one another along. But this guy is seriously on their heels. If this one goes in, my goodness. Go, ball, go, go. Oh, my goodness. Just didn't eat enough at lunch.
Those are the ones that do your head in, aren't they? You know, all the way it looks good, come on, come on. Oh.
Well, you do everything right, and it's just lack of pace. You've read it right, you know, it's just, your touch is just slightly off. Yeah, it does wind you up a little bit.
Not as much as that. Little 3-putt there on 12. Tee shot probably just not as close as he would have liked. Very difficult to get down, and 2 from there. That was a drop shot with Fenwick. The 12 goes to 2 under.
Well, this could be a moment if this guy can whack one in close. Don't want to be too far right though. This could bang lovely. Oh, that was a big kick. Gets to the front edge of the green, but leaving him a monster putt and very difficult. Can this man stretch his lead?
Yeah, another very competent swing. Seems to be very repetitive. Just struggling for length there, perhaps. It'll come down to how he plays the game between the ears in the last 6 or 7 holes.
Well, look at this. Oh my goodness. It's just, what do you do? I mean, go and grab a boat, go fishing, or I mean, you go for a swim in there, or God, what do you do? I mean, just take a load of photos, I think.
Perfect tee shot with Dredge at 15. On the left side of the fairway, it's a great angle into the flag.
Yeah, this hole, the 15th, I absolutely love it, I must admit. Great, great par 5. Now with this one, Chowdhury just needs to get it on the dance floor. It should release for him. Lovely. Right up the green. I tell you what, just needed that little bit more. He's left himself a nice putt though for birdie. Not happy with the chip, but it's straight up the hill.
Just shy of 200 yards, this one. Some wonderful vantage points on the golf course as well. It's coming round, it's coming round. It hasn't quite got the pace required to get as close as the other ball on the green.
And it says eagle putt for Murphy here. He'll be delighted in 2 putts. Steady, settle down. Tricky little 6-footer back for his birdie 4. There at 11.
He's had so many opportunities to get eagles today. He's managed it once. This is the 3rd eagle attempt of the day for Bradley.
I'm going to tap that one in for par, but as Bradley comes up short for his eagle putt, a bit of work still to be done.
The signature hole here at the Carrick, 14th, down the hill, Fenwick for a 2.
Oh, he's wrapped that one.
Well, he'll have that for a 3.
Not what you want when you need to make some putts. Now this will put a cat amongst the pigeons. Chowdhury C, a top player, making birdie, getting a 4 under, only a couple of shots behind him. Can he post that score to give him the weebie-jeebies?
Well, he had a 3-putt at 12. He's given himself this for a par. That's the second 3-putt in 3 holes, unfortunately, for Fenwick. Just makes life a little bit more awkward.
He really will kick himself for that, won't he? Now, a birdie here would come in very handy indeed for Mr. Chowdhury. He's not going to get it, though. It was no conviction somehow about that putt.
No, not there at all. I mean, that was pretty much probably left edge and firm, and he's just come up out of it, dollied it a little bit, and this was par, not much harm done. But here comes Murphy with a birdie chance, only to get 2 behind him. Well, not to be. It's time to fly high.
get it on.
Mark Murphy! Does that give you goosebumps? Or does that give you goosebumps? Pretty sweet, huh? And you know, you're looking at this golf course thinking, I have absolutely ripped this course to shreds today. And you got to be proud of it, man.
Don't say shreds, Johnny.
Well,
It's decent.
Compared to everyone else, you've ripped this course to, you know, the shreds.
Well, it is. I mean, I love it. It's one of my favourite courses I've ever played.
What does this prove to you by winning this? I mean, you're a confident man.
Yeah. But I prove to myself that I can win a professional tournament. It's not easy to win on any tour.
No.
I've played all over the world. I don't care what you're playing on.
What's the future hold for Mark Murphy? What is your dream? Give me the dream. What did you dream as a little boy?
Oh, I've dreamed about being on the PGA Tour since I was small, or the European Tour even, you know, and that's why I'm still here. I'm 36 and I'm still going because I believe I can get there.
You've got plenty to give.
You know, the game is there and I just need to believe in myself more, and I mean, week by week I'm just getting stronger in my mind, and that's where this week a win tomorrow will change a lot of things in my mind.
Good man, Mark. Well, I wish you all the best, mate. And I tell you what, no better place to do it.
On this track, I'll take it.
So, mate, well done, boss.
Appreciate it.
Let's enjoy the scenery in the moment, eh?
Perfect. You're
Let's get lost in the clouds.
I'm having a moment with John.
Yeah, good show, good show. Over and out.
What a high flyer you are, and Chowdhury's a high flyer at the moment as well. He leads by 3 and he's got 7 more holes to negotiate. Bradley Dredge and Mark Murphy still the closest challengers. Garcia Grout and Fenwick also under par for the 3 rounds here at the Carrick.
2-3-1 up the hill into the breeze. That's a pretty good shot from there. Difficult par 3 this one. It's a long par 3. Plays a little bit further than its yardage because it's uphill.
And Chowdhury's been a pro for 5 years. Do you think at that stage you're thinking, I'm never ever going to win, but this is his big chance?
This is his big chance, John, and you know, just prove a point to himself. Like he said, it'd be nice to get a win under his belt. You know, show that he can compete with the pro game, and yeah, this is going to do him the world of confidence if he can hold on.
Lovely view down the hole here at 14.
Oh, that is in trouble. Oh, that was a big bounce. I wish I knew what he said.
He's not happy, I can assure you that. Chowdhury from downtown, right of the 12th. So difficult to get the pace of this one right. Oh, it's bouncing. It's pacey. Settle. Tricky. Just got to try and concentrate. Stay in the present. One shot at a time.
Well, let's have an analysis of the 15th from John.
15th hole, par 5, 540 odd yards long. Unbelievable hole. What can I say about it? You probably got the best natural hazard on your left hand side from start to finish. Loch Lomond. Doesn't get any better, guys, does it? Be honest. You know, if you go in there, obviously you're dead. If you go right, you're dead. You got to hit a massive drive. You got to hit it up the right hand side as well. It swoops down, big right to left. There it is, dogleg. Now you got these 2 bunkers on the left hand side. You want to flirt with those if you can, but it does kick back. Don't worry if you aim it down the right hand side and you draw it round, it'll take a massive kick and it'll catch you, and it could propel the ball an extra 20-30 yards beyond belief and then leave you with hardly anything in. But I'm going to give it a go. I've got my main man up there, cameraman. I'm going to aim it at him with a bit of tuck, and hopefully it runs out perfectly. It'll probably leave me in the region of about 200 yards in to a very tight flag. Now here we go. Fingers crossed. Oh, Peach Melba. Oh, that is monstrous. Mac Daddy. Have it. Well, I've hit a glorious tee shot. Probably another 100 times I wouldn't get it in this position. Absolutely crackerjack. Now anyway, approach shot, 180, 190 yards left into this green. Pop bunkers everywhere. Fantastic shaped green as well, really well contoured. The boys, if they hit it to this position, don't get lazy on it. We got the amazing Loch Lomond there again on the left-hand side, coming into play. Just walk away with that birdie or an eagle, and I tell you what, you're right by the end of your round. You need it.
Just the place to take a selfie. Peach Melba. Very fruity, Mr. Morgan. Here's Mr. Moore, good old Yorkshireman. Holds the course record at El Paraíso of 61, which is not in Yorkshire, by the way.
No, it doesn't sound like it. But look at this, though, bounding around. It really does. Like I say, aim at that right-hand side, and it will come back.
Can't see Fenwick holding back here. The pain of the 3-putt on the previous green is going to be let loose on that little white pebble.
I mean, if he catches this and catches the right slope, it is going miles. And look at this baby. Flying past Mr. Moore's ball, even in probably in a region of about a 5 or a 4 iron in. Perfect.
Hello, hello. Well, he's found it. He's found the ball.
No, this is awful. This is horrible. It's going to take him a while to figure out what to do there. This is Chowdhury's par putt back at 12. Well, it slipped by. I've got to say, that was a much more convincing stroke.
Yeah, that was better than the previous hole. But still coming away with a bogey. Now Fenwick rising high. Don't be too far left. There's trouble over there. Oh, I think he's going to be okay. Gonna have to have a good touch though with his chip.
Murphy a little bit from the right. Oh, nice. Saves par there at 12, giving the players a lot of problems. You see what that means to them.
And Chandler's going to drop one here. Hopefully only the one. Yeah. Back to 6 under though. It's game on again.
It is indeed, John. Well, he's had one attempt. He's come out to here. Now he's still left with a tricky shot. Oh, let's go from bad to worse for Sebastian. This is when you want the ground to swallow you up.
The tread was ever more heavy there, wasn't it? You can see it became a trudge. This is a dredge.
Yeah. Well, this 16th is a little perler. It really is. Great par 3. You know you should dominate this, but it's such a quirky green. I don't want to give too much away.
Fenwick down the left at the par 5. He'll be open for a chip and a putt. Yeah, played it nice.
Oh, 4th shot for Sebastian. Looks like he's got his feet virtually in the bunker. Yeah, he's had to manufacture a shot there, but if anyone can manufacture a shot, it's the Spaniards. And I tell you what, he's done extremely well.
Eagle attempt for Moore. The claw grip. Oh, he just hung it out to the right, and that'll be a birdie 4. And he goes to -1.
I mean, that's a putting style I use, Andrew. I tell you what, it just takes a few moving parts out of play. Keeps your brain a little bit more simplified.
Keeps your brain a little bit more simplified.
Yeah, I know, that's hard to do.
Dredge now, over at 16, from miles away. Pace looks pretty good. This is an excellent putt. What a putt from Bradley Dredge.
Yeah, that was a classic. And I mean, with the 16th as well, those trees on the left-hand side and wrapping around the back of the green, that wind is swirling right above, and it makes this hole so tough. So par 3 on that one is a great score.
Garcia, double bogey. Putt from about 6 feet. It's a good wrap. Well done. Drops back to level par.
Now Fenwick, this is just what he needs. Nice birdie. He's had a few troubles over the previous holes, and that'll settle him up. He needed that.
You're talking about being simplified. I'm not sure about the leaderboard, whether that's simplified or not. Or is it complicated? Well, Chowdhury is only 2 ahead now of Bradley Dredge. Chowdhury 5 to play, Dredge 2 to play, and Mark Murphy, well, he's still in there. He's in with a shout, isn't he, at 3 under par, and he's got 5 holes to negotiate. We've seen some scintillating golf. We've seen some golfers in some very strange places around Loch Lomond, but I tell you what, it's building up to a terrific finish here at the Carrick. The Carrick at Cameron House is gaining a reputation as one of the finest golf courses anywhere in Scotland, let alone Dumbartonshire. And here we have the signature hole, just one of many splendid features of this golf course. And suitably adorned today by some splendid golf as well. Here is our leader. Chowdhury's been the leader since the start of the day, but he has dropped a couple of shots. Currently at 6 under par and on the 14th tee. His game's got to be steady, his nerves got to be steady. And anybody would settle for that.
That's a wonderful shot there. As we look down over the beautiful Loch, lovely takeaway, like I said, left forearm gets a little bit across his chest, but that's not bad. The club looks laid off, it's not really. It's a good position at impact. Just releases through the ball, a little bit handsy, but wonderful finish and wonderful result.
Mr. Murphy, can he follow suit? If he can get one inside him here, put some pressure on him. Like I say, it's a tough hole. Just get the club in right. Release ball, take the break. Should be a little break there from left to right. Feed it way down to the hole. Keep coming. Oh, that didn't need much more. But here we go, 17. This is a crunch hole for these boys, a drive. If you can get it going, you can get this big banged-in shot, and it leaves you with about a 9-iron or an 8-iron in. But the pin today is back right, and if you go long, you are history. And I mean, this green is topsy-turvy. In the middle of it is a big bowl, so the guys, if they want to fly it to the back of the green, they're going to have to be absolutely on their game.
Bradley Dredge enjoyed his 41st birthday last week. And he has been on his game today, but might be a little disappointed with that. He's not closer.
And Bradley needing to make a couple of birdies to put the heat on Chowdhury. 15.
Cool.
That was left, wasn't it? Is it coming back? I don't think so. It's all unravelling very swiftly for Grout there.
I think that's in the Loch. Well, Murphy doesn't have to hit this very hard. We've seen Fenwick go way past, but Murphy drains it. I tell you what, that's put a cat amongst the pigeons, hasn't it?
He raised the finger there, didn't he? I'm your man, I'm in here. Yeah. It's not a yellow ball, you know.
Yeah. Look at this, you'll see the ball dip right down, come back up.
Go, 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 go.
And he's left him a bit of work to do there.
Well, a good position to leave himself here on 14 up the hill. And give it a bit of a wrap. Doesn't have to worry too much about the return, and there will be no return. That's a fantastic birdie too there for young Chowdhury at a great point of the game.
What a reply. What a reply. Now this is a big putt. If he can hold this one and make birdie up the last, you just do not know. That's a great putt.
Yeah, I think that's a good example of the old experienced campaigner there coming in. Fenwick doesn't want to let another one go. That's a good putt. That's better.
That was confident, wasn't it? He was walking straight after that one, Andrew.
Chowdhury then has established that 3-shot cushion again over Dredge and Murphy. He can't count his chickens just yet, though, chasing that first prize of £10,000 in the Motocaddy Masters. The top 5 are all under par. And on the 15th, here he is, Chowdhury from the Leicestershire Golf Club. He was in the England elite team, which means he was a very, very top amateur, one of a very select group.
That's a lovely drive, not being tempted to take it down the fast line. There's no need for that. Sensibly played, using the contours, nicely finished in the middle of the fairway.
Well, Sebastian's in there somewhere. And I tell you what, in a world of pain, how can Murphy deliver a great drive on top of Chowdhury's great drive?
It's a good line off the tee, I think, John.
It is. It looks great. And look at this, fast lane. And obviously they're playing through the group in front of them. I mean, that's 2 groups now they've had to let through, Sebastian and Williams.
There's a very inviting clubhouse on the horizon, Sanctuary. John, just talk us through this 18th hole, would you?
No problemo.
Well, here at 18, fantastic dogleg, it really is. Now, if you hit driver and you rip it and it stays straight on you, you can find yourself in this water. So you need to hit it from left to right, that's for sure. But you've got bunkers down the right-hand side and you've got bunkers down the left-hand side as well. But as you come into this green, you're probably coming in a region about a 9-iron or an 8-iron. And I tell you what, this green is very undulating, and obviously there's some very deep bunkers around there, and you can easily see one, as we can see now, on the right side of that green, which has actually got steps going down to it. So that tells you it is deep.
Well, another good tee shot by Dredge at the last. Now can he pepper the flag with his second?
You think he's going to be happy with that, Andrew?
I'm going to be pretty disappointed with that. Had to be more aggressive, try and put the pressure on this man.
I'll tell you what, don't be too greedy. Aim to the big wide bit of the green. That's a massive, oh my goodness, this could be seriously close. Oh my goodness, what a golf shot from back there. That's got to be shot of the week, especially under that pressure.
You got a round of applause, I think, from his playing colleagues as well there. Second shot for Murphy then, at this par 5 15th.
I mean, you look where that pin is. I mean, those bunkers are guarding it, and Chowdhury's got it all the way up there. And can Mark do the same, though? He's trying to kick it left. But that's a good shot as well. And look at this man. Massive concentration. Well committed to the calls. Taking it out to the right. Got a nice big driving iron in his hand. Trying to sling it right back onto the green. And just grabbing the edge of it.
You know, Fenwick's approach, the penultimate hole. Desperately love this one. To dance round about the flag. It's long. It's left.
Well, you'd have to say this has got to go. This has to go in. Any chance of winning this tournament? Unfortunately for him, not to be.
Moore can maybe use the lack of spin that he's going to get coming out the rough to run something up this green. Get up that slope.
I think it probably just come out a bit too high on him, Andrew. Now this would pretty much seal the deal, I'm sure, if this goes in. Oh, I tell you what, cozy up hole side, get that birdie. Put the pressure back on your playing partners.
Yeah, certainly will. It'll make Murphy think.
I think that approach might have been the defining shot of the tournament.
Oh, has he got it? No. It's a 3-putt from very long range.
Par for Dredge at the end. possibly a little bit disappointing the last couple of holes. But he made a good fist of it on the back nine. Just 3 bogeys on the front nine, 2 birdies and an eagle, outward 35. Glorious bogey-free back nine of 32 for a 4 under 67.
Yeah, that's a great round of golf. Obviously 1 or 2 shy it could be.
Come on then.
Fennick, great putt from long range. Perfect weight just past the hole. It'll tap him for his par.
The par 3s are gorgeous here, and here's another example at the 16th with our leader. He won't know what Bradley Dredge has posted up there. He's going to skip on through. That's not the easiest shot back.
No, he's got all. There's the club pros just behind Mark on the left there, all looking on, seeing how the game should be played. Wink, wink. Yeah, they've been brilliant actually. The staff at the club have been amazing. And here's Mark trying to show him how it's done. And look at that, way behind in that club. Keeps it simple, powers it through with his bad back as well. Still swinging it lovely. Lots of flair, putting that ball up in the air. Lovely.
Birdie putt from 30 feet for James Moore. Not a bad try. He'll tap in for his par.
Now this rough is a little bit claggy. Got to be thorough. Popped it out. Is it going to release? Not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Thought he was a tad unlucky with his tee shot there, John. Just got a hard bounce in the green, threw it over the back.
As I mean, the weather's been so good. You know, it's going to dry out. I mean, obviously, just hit a little hard patch.
Watt's one of the most consistent players. 71, 71. He might even get 71 again today, the way his game's going at the moment.
Well, I've been very fortunate actually. I played with this man down in Spain earlier on in the year, and he showed some promise there, and he was really looking forward to this year's play. I mean, and look at that. I mean, just comes in those last 6 holes of the front 9, just a birdie bogey blitz, and then everything all pars in from there. And I tell you what, nice solid round.
Murphy's got to try and take advantage of these. Put any kind of heat on young Mr. Chowdhury.
Thank you.
Not a bad effort. Always talking to himself. Great joker, Mark Murphy.
He is, mate. He's a classic. Great for the tour. It's lovely to have him as well.
I think he won an event called Big Break Island a few years ago, and it was a big break for him.
He was telling me some stories. They're classics, and that is, well, what a par from Chowdhury. Needed that up and down. I tell you what, these two are getting on like a house on fire. Really pulling for one another. It's nice to see.
Nice aerial shots of the 17th there, and Chowdhury hoping for a nice shot here off the tee. Just got to hold his nerve now. It's nice and steady.
You're right, John. We've talked about that, but he has done very, very well, hasn't he? There's been no real signs of any drama, any panic. Stayed patient, seemed calm, good body language.
Well, it comes across like he's let the faults come to him, like meaning let everyone just play his game, let everyone fall by the wayside. If there's someone going to make a massive mood, he's just going to try and hold his own. And I tell you what, he's done it in such great style and such a calmness. I mean, yeah, I'm very impressed with that man. He kind of reminds me of a couple of pros on tour that seem to be very patient in their game. And obviously they don't do too bad either.
More from the semi-rough at the 18th. It's just the difficulty when you're just in that first cut. A little bit of grass between the club face and ball. You can't get the spin on the ball. Tough to control.
That consistency from Chowdhury means that others like Murphy have to go for it, have to be a bit more adventurous.
They do. And there you go. Mark Murphy has definitely hit that one a bit thick. That has gone nowhere, and that has left him a tricky chip. He's got to lob it over a bunker, then judge where he's going to pitch it, and then the run out as well. So That's going to be an interesting to watch.
Over on the left-hand side. Doesn't want to get much of a flyer. He'll be pumped up a little bit. Respect that little bit of adrenaline in there.
I mean, he holds his balance through his swing fantastically, Andrew. He really does. Very strong lad, like you say, upper body, lower body, you know, around the midsection. Really strong and sturdy stuff.
Second shot at 18 from Fenwick, slightly out of position.
I tell you what, he's followed suit, nearly hit one another. And I tell you what, that is so hard from back there. There's a horrible little slope just behind that pin that they're going to have to contend with. Now, this is the one I'm intrigued to see. If he can get this close, definitely deserves a round of applause. Get up, run out. Oh, that's phenomenal from there. He's still not happy.
It makes Lee Trevino look quiet.
Oh yeah, that was a cracker. Who's the other guy as well? Lanny Watkins. Remember him? Never seemed to be happy.
Oh, that's pretty well judged from Fenwick down the green. And a clever little shot there at 18.
Yeah, that was a great touch. Oh, look at this one. You've seen Dredge over there earlier. What's this man gonna do? Down, up, along. How's your touch?
Come on. Red putt.
Look at that. Mark Murphy giving him a vote of confidence there. That was a great putt.
More putting from just off the fringe at 18. And they've had a pretty good read with Neil Fenwick's chip. He's not quite got the line right. Reasonable pace.
Well, I tell you what, they're playing for second place. Mark needs to hold this. Yes, and he knows it. Little fisty there. He needed that, baby.
Mere formality, I would think, for Chowdhury. Very good.
Thanks.
Yeah, and he's going to 18 with a 4-shot lead.
Just about threw the flag back into the hole there, like a javelin.
Yeah, he sure did.
Tricky little left to righter. Well done.
That's another very consistent tournament from all. And look at this. The damage was done on the front 9, as you can see. 13-9, but comes back so strong. Just for the 1 over round, 1 under again. I mean, he is steady Eddie. Great player.
Back on the tee, just with a 3-wood. Didn't want to hit driver, as John said. If he hits it too straight with driver, could run through into the water. So it's positional play, and he seems enthralled by it.
Scored a winning point for England on his debut against France at Frilford Heath. I nearly got that right then.
Wow, yeah.
Frilford Heath takes a bit of saying.
I'll tell you what, that'll give you some confidence if you can do things like that. Now he's got the big dog out.
Looked a good swing, yeah, the wee kick of the leg. I love it. It's just what I meant to do.
Yeah, he didn't even pick up his tee. Off he goes. Position A.
Thank you.
Well, they've certainly had fun out there, these two. Now, Fenwick will have a bit of fun if he holds this one, but it's a big putt for him.
Disappointing finish to his day. Story of what could have been, really, for Neil Fenwick today. A couple of 6s on the front 9, really slowing him right down. Great start to the back 9, birdie eagle. 1 more birdie, 3 more bogeys. It was a 2 over par, 73.
I mean, what a finish. Look at that. I mean, 2 of the top players now coming down the last have put themselves in great shape attacking this final pin position on a magnificent setting.
Is the phrase, anywhere on the apron will do?
He's almost so far in front, it's not going to make any difference. The stage is set. Another lovely shot.
The perfect yardage. Definitely takes the edge off the game when you know your yardage is so well. And Murphy, can he squeeze second spot on his own? It's worth a small fortune for him. And I tell you what, he's given himself a great chance. That was towering straight over the stick. And I tell you what, didn't need much more to come back, and that would have been stone dead.
Strong in my old age.
I'll tell you what, he's got to be happy with that. Big chance for him to get second on his own, like I said. I mean, it's a must, isn't it? And look at that. Nice, isn't it, to see two players respecting one another. This is Daddy. Very proud of his boy, I'm sure.
Every reason to be. Very mature performance. Never having won before, and yet he's put together a very, very competent round of golf indeed. This is his birdie putt at 18. Another great try.
Yes, he almost managed the grandstand finish there, didn't he? But there's no question about it. Neil Chowdhury is on his way to that first prize of £10,000. But what's Murphy on his way to? Can he pit Bradley Dredge for second?
Oh, he's come out of it way right. And I tell you what, he's got some work to do to hang on to tied second. Oh, no, but he does it easily. Good performance, Mark. Yeah, scorecards pretty much says it all. Didn't really get it going. I mean, he shot a, well, you know, a steady little 1 over par, tied for second place. He's going to be happy.
And this to confirm what we've known for a long time, that Neil Chowdhury is going to win the Motocaddy Masters. He's done so as well by a clear 4 shots, his first win as a professional after 5 years. He's £10,000 better off than he was at the start of the day.
Yeah, wonderful round. Started a beautiful 2 at the second hole. Just a couple of bogeys on the scorecard, but a great, very mature performance from the young man.
And what a performance today from Max Williams as well.
Yes, very much so. I mean, he's had a nice little birdie run to finish it up, and obviously he had to call a few groups through. And look at that beast he's old on the last hole. Fantastic display of golf. And he's climbed himself up the leaderboard right at the last minute. And here we go. That blip at the 3rd and the 4th, but look at that coming in. Last 4 holes, 3 birdies in the last 4 to shoot the level par and to keep it 1 under.
Birdie putt for Garcia Grout. Tough day for these boys. Being a bit of a struggle. Didn't quite get off to the best starts. Had a little disagreement about where a drop was going to be down the 3rd. Oh, a horrible back 9. A double and a triple thrown in. Otherwise, it wasn't that bad.
But the Carrick on Loch Lomond has never looked more beautiful, and how beautiful it must be for Neil Chowdhury, who's posted that first victory with a round of 69, which confirmed him at 8 under for the 3 rounds here. It left him 4 clear of Bradley Dredge and Mark Murphy. And he receives his trophy from Stuart Broomfield, the general manager of the Carrick Golf and Spa Resorts. Let's have a look at the order of merit then, and Jack Senior is still the top name there. James Robinson has cemented 3rd place. This win moves Neil Chowdhury up into 6th. Bradley Dredge has just about doubled his earnings. He's 8th, and James Moore is up to 10th. Let's hear from our winner here at the Carrick.
Neil, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
2 under par today, you've secured the title. What does the win mean to you?
Well, it's my first win as a professional in nearly 5 years, so it means a lot because I struggled for the first couple of years as a pro, but I've just stuck in and I feel really proud to have won today.
What does it mean to you that you've had the opportunities to play out here and now secured that illustrious win?
Yeah, I mean, I went to the Q school earlier in the year and only just got my card actually. So I felt lucky just to be playing on it this year, and just kept improving week by week the last few weeks. and you know, obviously went well this week.
Well, it worked, and now plan for the rest of the season, try and contend for the Order of Merit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's such a huge first prize, it just bumps you straight up towards the top of the Order of Merit, so how things can change in a week, it's quite amazing, really.
And how much does a Challenge Tour card play on your mind?
That's ultimately I want to be on the European Tour, and Challenge Tour's an access to that, so that's what we're all here for, to try and finish in the top 5 and secure the card.
Well, you've made a good start today, well done.
Thanks very much, cheers.
Well, after a divine combination of wonderful weather and great golf, I'm delighted to say we're staying in Scotland. We're moving to the Royal Burgess Club for the Simpson and Marwick Championship. My thanks as always to John Morgan and Andrew Coulthard. From me, John Helm, it's goodbye from Scotland and from the Carrick.